Why you can't trust your brain. Imagine this. You set your alarm for 6 a.m., determined to wake up early, exercise, and finally start that important project. The alarm rings. For a moment you feel strong, but then a whisper enters your mind. Just 5 more minutes. You roll over, close your eyes, and when you finally wake up, it's 8:30 a.m. The morning is gone, and so is your plan. This is the battle we face every single day. Your brain, though powerful, is not always on your side. It loves comfort, safety, and instant gratification. It would rather scroll, snack, and snooze than push you toward long-term goals. Left unchecked, it will keep you trapped in procrastination and distraction. That's why the key to success is simple, yet difficult. Don't follow your brain. Instead, you must train yourself to lead your brain. This is what self-discipline is all about. This book will show you why your brain resists discipline, how procrastination steals your potential, and, most importantly, how to build the habits and systems that override these natural tendencies. Inside, you'll find practical tools, daily rituals, and real strategies you can use to create a life built on discipline, not impulse. If you're tired of starting strong but never finishing, of wasting hours in distraction, and of knowing you could do more if only you could get control, then this book is for you. By the time you finish, you'll understand one truth. Your brain is not your master, it's your servant. And when you stop following its excuses and start leading with discipline, your life will transform. Chapter 1. Your brain loves comfort, not growth. At first glance, your brain seems like your best ally. It controls your thoughts, memories, and abilities. But there's a hidden design flaw. It's wired for survival, not success. For thousands of years, the human brain evolved to avoid pain, conserve energy, and chase short-term rewards. That wiring kept our ancestors alive, but in today's world, it works against us. Think about it. Why do you crave junk food when you're trying to eat healthy? Why do you binge watch a show when you plan to work on your goals? Why do you hit snooze when you promised yourself you'd wake up early? The answer is simple. Comfort feels safe. Your brain is constantly whispering, relax. Do it later. Take it easy. The comfort zone trap. Your comfort zone is like a warm blanket. Cozy, familiar, and completely useless for growth. Whenever you try to step outside it, your brain sets off alarms. This feels uncomfortable. Stop. That's why so many people quit the gym after 2 weeks or abandon projects halfway through. But here's the truth. All growth lives outside your comfort zone. Muscles only grow when they are stressed. Skills only sharpen when they're challenged. Success only arrives when you're willing to do what feels uncomfortable. The dopamine problem. Another reason your brain can't be trusted is dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. Every time you check your phone, eat sugar, or get a like on social media, dopamine spikes. Your brain loves these quick hits, but they're addictive. Meanwhile, meaningful rewards, like building a business, writing a book, or training for a marathon, take time. They don't deliver instant pleasure, so your brain avoids them, choosing growth over comfort. To live with discipline, you must accept one principle. Comfort is the enemy of growth. The brain wants safety, but your goals demand risk. The brain wants pleasure now, but success comes later. The brain wants to avoid effort, but greatness requires it. The question is, will you obey your brain's whispers, or will you train yourself to lead it? In the chapters that follow, we'll explore how procrastination is hardwired into the mind, why motivation is unreliable, and how you can build self-discipline strong enough to silence the excuses. Because when you stop following your brain's desire for comfort and start following your commitment to discipline, you unlock your true potential. Chapter 2. The Psychology of Procrastination. We all know the feeling. You sit down to get something important done. Maybe it's studying, finishing a work project, or even doing the laundry. At first, you're determined. But within minutes, your brain starts whispering, check your phone first. Watch one quick video. Get a snack, you'll feel more focused after. Before you know it, an hour is gone, the task is untouched, and guilt creeps in. This is procrastination, the silent thief of time, energy, and dreams. What makes procrastination so dangerous isn't just that it delays progress, it also erodes self-trust. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you reinforce the belief that you can't be relied upon. Over time, this kills confidence and makes discipline feel impossible. Why do we procrastinate? At its core, procrastination is not about laziness, it's about avoidance. You procrastinate not because you don't want success, but because your brain wants comfort right now. 1. Present bias. Your brain is biased toward the present. It values immediate comfort over long-term gain. Writing that report might benefit you in 2 weeks, but scrolling TikTok rewards you instantly with a dopamine hit. The brain, seeking the path of least resistance, chooses the quick reward every time, unless you override it. 2. Fear of failure. Sometimes procrastination is rooted in fear. If you don't start, you can't fail. Your brain convinces you to delay to avoid discomfort. What if it's not good enough? What if I embarrass myself? But by avoiding action, you guarantee failure anyway. 3. Perfectionism. Closely tied to fear, perfectionism whispers, don't start until you're ready. Wait until everything is perfect. But perfect conditions never come. Discipline means starting anyway, imperfectly, clumsily, and learning as you go. 4th, task resistance. Not every task excites you. Some are boring, uncomfortable, or tedious. Your brain labels them as pain and immediately seeks escape. The problem? Many of the most valuable things in life, like exercising, saving money, or practicing skills, start off uncomfortable but create huge rewards later. The cost of procrastination. It's easy to dismiss procrastination as a small flaw, but its cost is massive. Lost time, days turn into weeks, and suddenly opportunities slip by. Stress and guilt. Procrastination doesn't remove the task, it just hangs over you like a cloud. Weaker discipline. Each time you procrastinate, you train your brain to value excuses over action. Lost potential. Dreams are destroyed not by big failures, but by small delays repeated over years. Think about this. 5 years from now, will you regret the tasks you faced and completed, or the ones you kept putting off? Breaking the cycle. The good news is procrastination is not permanent. It's a habit, and habits can be rewired. 1. The 2-minute rule. Commit to starting a task for just 2 minutes. Write one sentence, put on your workout shoes, or open the project file. Momentum kicks in, and often you'll keep going. Action comes first, motivation follows. 2. Lower the barrier. Make tasks easy to start. If you want to exercise, lay out your clothes the night before. If you want to write, open a blank document before bed so it's ready in the morning. The less resistance, the less procrastination. 3. Redefine success. Instead of waiting for the perfect finished product, redefine success as progress. Write a messy draft, do half a workout, learn 1 page. Progress beats perfection. 4. Use accountability. Tell someone your deadline. Public commitments add pressure and make procrastination less tempting. Even better, work alongside others, a study buddy, a co-worker, or even in a group chat where you report your progress. Action steps for this chapter. Identify your triggers. Write down 3 situations where you often procrastinate. What excuse does your brain give you each time? Apply the 2-minute rule. Pick one task today and commit to doing just 2 minutes. Create a low-barrier setup. For your most important goal, set up your environment tonight so it's easy to start tomorrow. Accountability partner. Share one commitment this week with a friend, family member, or co-worker. Procrastination may be the brain's favorite trick, but it's not unbeatable. The key is recognizing it for what it is, a false promise of comfort that robs you of your future. Once you learn to push through those first moments of resistance, you'll discover something powerful. Action creates energy, and every small disciplined choice builds momentum toward the life you want. Chapter 3. Motivation is a liar. Once I feel motivated, I'll start. How many times have you told yourself this? You wait for the right mood, the right energy, or the right spark of inspiration. But here's the problem. Motivation is unreliable. It shows up when it wants, disappears when you need it most, and vanishes the moment things get hard. If you've ever made a New Year's resolution, you know this story well. January begins with excitement and motivation. You hit the gym, start the diet, wake up early. But by February, motivation fades, and so do the new habits. Why? Because motivation is a liar. It convinces you it will always be there, but it won't. Why motivation fails? 1. Motivation is an emotion, not a system. Motivation feels good, but it's just a burst of emotion. Like happiness or anger, it comes and goes. Building your life around it is like trying to sail in random winds. You'll drift endlessly, never arriving at your destination. 2. The myth of feeling ready. Your brain tricks you into thinking you need motivation before starting. I'll write when I feel inspired. I'll exercise when I feel like it. But discipline works in reverse. You start first, then the feeling follows. Waiting to feel ready guarantees you'll never begin. 3. Motivation avoids discomfort. Motivation loves exciting beginnings and easy wins, but the moment challenges arise, it disappears. Real success lives in the grind, in the days when you're tired, unmotivated, and tempted to quit. That's where discipline takes over. The discipline difference. Unlike motivation, discipline doesn't care how you feel. Discipline says, I don't feel like it, but I'll do it anyway. And this is where transformation happens. Motivation writes the first page of the book. Discipline finishes the manuscript. Motivation signs up for the gym. Discipline shows up at 6 a.m. after a late night. Motivation makes promises. Discipline delivers results. How to stop depending on motivation. 1. Focus on systems, not feelings. Build systems that make action automatic. Schedule your tasks, set reminders, and design routines. Systems work whether you feel motivated or not. 2. Anchor to identity. Stop saying, I want to run 3 times a week. Instead say, I am a runner. Identity-based discipline outlasts fleeting motivation. Each time you act, you reinforce that identity. 3. Start small, build momentum. Don't wait for a surge of energy, start tiny. 1 push-up, 1 page, 1 email. Small actions snowball into progress, and progress fuels motivation. 4. Embrace discomfort. The moment you stop running from discomfort, you free yourself. Discomfort means growth is happening. Learn to see it as proof you're on the right path. A simple shift in mindset. Here's the truth. Motivation asks, do I feel like it? Discipline asks, is this aligned with who I want to be? When you stop asking your feelings for permission, you gain control. Action steps for this chapter. Audit your promises. Write down 3 goals you've been waiting for motivation to start. Choose one and begin today. No excuses. Create a system. Pick one daily habit and tie it to a fixed time and place. E.g., at 7 a.m. in the kitchen, I write for 15 minutes. Reframe identity. Instead of saying I want to, rewrite it as I am. Example, change, I want to eat healthier. I am someone who makes healthy choices. Discomfort. Challenge. Do one thing this week you've been avoiding because it feels uncomfortable. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire. Stop waiting for the spark to appear. Strike the match yourself. When you no longer depend on motivation, you step into consistency, and consistency is where true success lives. Chapter 4: The Science of Habits. Discipline often feels like a battle of willpower. You grit your teeth, push yourself, and hope sheer determination carries you through. But here's the truth. Willpower is weak. It drains quickly, and if discipline depended only on willpower, nobody would succeed. The real secret to lasting discipline is habits. Habits are behaviors you repeat so often, they become automatic. Once a habit is formed, it requires little thought or energy. You just do it. That's why habits are the foundation of a disciplined life. The habit loop. Psychologists have discovered that habits follow a predictable pattern, often called the habit loop. Cue, trigger. something that signals the start of the habit. Example, waking up. Routine, action, the behavior itself. Example, brushing your teeth. Reward, satisfaction, the benefit that reinforces the habit. Example, fresh breath, feeling clean. This loop is how your brain learns to repeat behaviors. Good habits strengthen through rewards that serve you. Bad habits strengthen through rewards that hurt you. For example, cue, feeling stressed. Routine, eat junk food. Reward, temporary comfort. Cue, feeling stressed. Routine, go for a walk. Reward, clarity and calm. Both loops work, but only one builds your future. Why willpower fails? Imagine willpower like a phone battery. Each time you resist temptation, you drain a little power. By the end of the day, your willpower is low, and that's when you give in to procrastination, overeating, or skipping your workout. Habits solve this problem because they don't rely on constant decision-making. Once a habit is locked in, it runs on autopilot. You don't debate whether to brush your teeth, you just do it. Discipline becomes easier when your best actions are automatic. How to build new habits. 1. Start tiny. Don't try to overhaul your life overnight. Start small. Want to start exercising? Begin with 2 minutes of stretching. Want to write a book? Write 1 sentence a day. Small habits are easy to repeat, and repetition is the key. 2. Anchor to existing habits. Attach new habits to ones you already do. This is called habit stacking. Example, after I brush my teeth, I will meditate for 2 minutes. The old habit becomes the cue for the new one. 3. Make it obvious. Put visual reminders in your environment. Want to drink more water? Place a bottle on your desk. Want to read daily? Leave the book on your pillow. If your brain sees the cue, it remembers the habit. 4. Make it attractive. Link habits to something you enjoy. Example, only listen to your favorite podcast while at the gym. Your brain begins to look forward to the routine. 5. Make it easy. Reduce friction. Lay out workout clothes at night, prep meals in advance, or block distracting apps. The easier the habit, the less your brain resists. 6. Make it satisfying. Reward yourself when you succeed. Track your streak on a calendar or app. Celebrate progress. Satisfaction reinforces the loop. How to break bad habits. The same rules apply in reverse. Make them invisible, remove cues, don't keep junk food in the house. Make them unattractive, remind yourself of the pain they cause. Make them difficult, add friction, log out of social media apps. Make them unsatisfying, hold yourself accountable with consequences. The compound effect of habits. Small habits may seem insignificant at first, but over time they compound into massive results. Eating 1 unhealthy meal won't ruin your health, but repeating it daily will. Writing 1 page may not seem like much, but writing 1 page every day creates a book in a year. Discipline is not about giant leaps, it's about tiny, consistent steps that build momentum. Action steps for this chapter. Pick 1 new habit. Choose 1 small action you can start today, 2 minutes or less. Habit stack it. Attach it to an existing habit. Example, after breakfast, I will track it. Use a notebook or app to mark each successful day. Remove 1 bad cue, identify a trigger for a bad habit, and eliminate it from your environment. Discipline is not a matter of forcing yourself forever. It's about creating systems that run automatically. When you master habits, you no longer fight your brain, you reprogram it. And once discipline becomes your default through habits, the life you want becomes inevitable. Chapter 5. Discipline as a muscle. Many people believe discipline is something you either have or don't have, like eye color or height. But that's a myth. Discipline isn't fixed. It's a skill you can develop. And the best way to think of it is as a muscle. Like any muscle, discipline grows stronger with use and weaker with neglect. The more you practice it in small ways, the more resilient you become in bigger challenges. The nature of the discipline muscle. Imagine 2 people standing in front of a plate of cookies. Person A has practiced small acts of discipline daily, Waking up on time, exercising for 10 minutes, saying no to unnecessary spending. Person B usually gives in to impulses. Who is more likely to resist the cookies? Person A, because their discipline muscle has been exercised. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're doing a rep for your self-control muscle. And just like lifting weights, those reps add up over time. Small wins build strength. We often think discipline is about giant sacrifices, running marathons, fasting for days, or working 16 hours straight. But the truth is, discipline grows through small, consistent wins. Waking up when the alarm rings, instead of snoozing. Drinking water instead of soda. Writing one page when you don't feel like it. Tidying up your room for 5 minutes. Each act may feel small, but together they form the foundation of strong discipline. Neuroplasticity, training the brain. Science backs this up. The brain has the ability to rewire itself through repetition, a concept called neuroplasticity. Each time you act with discipline, you strengthen neural pathways that make the behavior easier next time. Think of it like carving a path in the forest. The first time you walk through, it's hard, filled with obstacles. But the more you walk the same path, the clearer and easier it becomes. Discipline works the same way. Repetition builds automaticity. The compound effect of discipline. Discipline compounds just like interest in a bank account. One choice seems small, but repeated daily, it creates exponential growth. Skipping a workout today won't ruin your health, but skipping workouts repeatedly will. Writing one page may not feel like much, but writing one page every day produces a book in a year. The key is consistency. Each disciplined choice compounds into results you can't achieve through occasional bursts of effort. How to strengthen your discipline muscle. 1. Start small. Don't try to bench press 100 kilograms on your first day at the gym. Likewise, don't aim to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start with one small act of discipline and grow from there. 2. Be consistent. Muscles don't grow from one workout, they grow from regular training. Practice discipline daily, even in micro ways. 3. Push slightly past comfort. Growth happens at the edge of discomfort. Challenge yourself a little more each week. Wake up 15 minutes earlier, increase your workout slightly, or reduce distractions for longer stretches. 4. Rest and recover. Even muscles need recovery. Discipline doesn't mean pushing 24/7 until burnout. Schedule breaks and recovery so you can sustain progress. 5. Track your reps. Keep a journal or checklist of disciplined actions. Watching your progress build reinforces motivation and pride. A new identity, becoming disciplined. Here's the shift. Stop seeing discipline as something you do and start seeing it as something you are. When you tell yourself, I am disciplined, every small act reinforces that identity. Identity fuels action, and action reinforces identity. Action steps for this chapter. Choose one. Small act, pick one tiny act of discipline you will repeat daily this week, e.g., making your bed, walking for 5 minutes, drinking water first thing in the morning. Track progress. Record each day you succeed. Watch how repetition builds momentum. Increase gradually. After a week, make the habit slightly harder. Add one more rep, one more page, one more minute. Identity affirmation. Each time you follow through, tell yourself, I am disciplined. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about progress. One rep at a time. The stronger your discipline muscle becomes, the less your brain's whispers of comfort can control you. And soon, the things that once felt impossible will feel natural. Chapter 6. Mastering Time, Mastering Yourself. Time is the most valuable resource you have. Unlike money, you can't earn more of it. Unlike energy, you can't recharge it. Every day you're given 24 hours, and how you use them determines the direction of your life. The problem is that most people don't master their time, they let time master them. They react to notifications, distractions, and impulses drifting through the day. At night, they wonder where the hours went. Here's the truth. Time management is really self-management. When you learn to discipline your choices, you gain control over your time. And when you master your time, you master your life. The illusion of busy. Have you ever had a day where you were busy all day, but accomplished nothing meaningful? That's the trap of busyness. It tricks you into feeling productive while keeping you stuck in low-value tasks. Examples of busy work: constantly checking emails, endless meetings without clear purpose, scrolling social media in the name of research. True productivity is not about doing more, it's about doing what matters. Discipline means saying no to distractions and yes to priorities. Focus is your superpower. In a world of constant notifications, focus is rare and therefore powerful. Your brain is not designed for multitasking. Switching between tasks drains energy and increases errors. The most disciplined people protect their focus like treasure. They carve out time for deep work, the kind of focused, uninterrupted effort that creates breakthroughs. Practical time discipline tools. 1. Time blocking. Plan your day in blocks of time, assigning each block to a specific task. Example, 9 to 11 a.m., writing, 11 to 12, emails, 12-1 to lunch. This prevents time from being wasted in indecision. 2. The Pomodoro technique. Work in focused bursts, 25 minutes of deep focus, 5 minutes of rest. This keeps your brain sharp and reduces procrastination. 3. Prioritize with the 80-20 rule. Not all tasks are equal. 20% of your efforts create 80% of your results. Identify the most impactful tasks and give them your best energy. 4. Set deadlines, even artificial ones. Your brain responds to urgency. Deadlines push you into action, even if they're self-imposed. Don't wait for external pressure. Create your own. 5. Eliminate time leaks. Audit your day. Where are you losing time? Common leaks include social media, TV, gossip, or unplanned internet browsing. Cut or limit them. The power of routines. When your day is structured, decisions are minimized and energy is conserved. That's why successful people rely on routines. They automate discipline. Morning routine. Start strong with habits that fuel energy and focus. Work routine. Design set times for deep work, admin, and breaks. Evening routine. Wind down with habits that prepare you for tomorrow. Routines don't make life boring. They free your brain from constant decision fatigue, leaving more energy for what truly matters. Guard your time fiercely. Discipline with time also means setting boundaries. Learn to say no to unnecessary commitments. Protect your priorities. Remember, every yes to something unimportant is a no to something important. Action steps for this chapter. Audit your day. Write down how you spend a typical 24 hours. Identify your biggest time leaks. Choose one time tool. Try time blocking, Pomodoro, or another method this week. Set one priority. Each morning, choose the single most important task of the day. Do it first. Build a mini routine. Create a simple morning or evening routine and practice it daily. When you waste time, you waste life. But when you discipline your time, you reclaim control, not just of your schedule, but of your destiny. Mastering your time is mastering yourself. Chapter 7. Daily Rituals That Work. Discipline isn't built in rare bursts of inspiration. It's built in the ordinary, everyday actions you repeat until they become part of who you are. That's the power of rituals. A routine is something you do because you have to. A ritual is something you do with intention and meaning. Rituals transform discipline from a chore into a source of strength. Morning rituals. Wake up at the same time daily. Train your body clock. Begin with something that grounds you. Journaling, prayer, meditation, stretching. Tackle your most important task early before distractions pile up. Evening rituals. Review your day. What went well? What needs improvement? Prepare for tomorrow. Clothes, to-do list, workspace. Wind down with reading or reflection. Avoid screens before bed. Work rituals. Create a starting ritual, e.g., make coffee, put on headphones, open a blank page. Use breaks intentionally. Stretch, hydrate, breathe. Action step. Choose one morning ritual and one evening ritual to practice for the next 7 days. Chapter 8. Environment is everything. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your willpower. If you rely only on self-control while living in a temptation-filled space, you will fail. Discipline becomes easier when your environment supports it. Control your physical space. Remove temptations. No junk food in the house, no distracting apps on your phone. Reduce friction for good habits. Place your workout clothes in view, keep a notebook on your desk, prep healthy food in advance. Increase friction for bad habits. Log out of apps, unplug the TV, store treats out of reach. Control your digital space. Turn off non-essential notifications. Use apps like Freedom or Cold Turkey to block distractions. Declutter your desktop and phone. Control your social space. Your discipline will mirror the people around you. Spend time with those who push you forward, not hold you back. Join groups, masterminds, or communities where discipline is the norm. Action step. Identify one negative trigger in your environment and redesign it today. Chapter 9. Tracking, Feedback, and Accountability. What gets measured gets improved. Discipline isn't just about action, it's about tracking progress, getting feedback, and staying accountable. Tracking builds momentum. Use a habit tracker or journal. Mark streaks on a calendar. Your brain loves visible progress. Celebrate small wins to reinforce consistency. Feedback shows the truth. Weekly reflection. What worked, what didn't. Adjust goals instead of abandoning them. Data beats emotion. Track your progress honestly. Accountability raises the stakes. Share your goals with a friend or mentor. Join an accountability group. Make public commitments to increase follow-through. Action step. Choose one habit to track for the next 30 days and share your progress with an accountability partner. Chapter 10. Health, the foundation of discipline. A disciplined life starts with a disciplined body. Without energy, even the strongest willpower crumbles. Health fuels focus, endurance, and mental clarity. Sleep, the untapped superpower. Aim for 7 to 8 hours. Keep a regular schedule. Avoid screens before bed. Nutrition. Food is fuel. Eat whole, unprocessed foods most of the time. Stay hydrated. Avoid sugar crashes that kill discipline. Movement. Train your body, train your mind. Exercise daily, even if it's just walking. Strength training and cardio both improve mental toughness. Discipline in the body spreads to the mind. Action step. Improve one pillar of health this week: sleep, food, or exercise. Chapter 11. Discipline in work and career. Discipline doesn't just improve life, it transforms careers. Employers, clients, and leaders trust disciplined people because they deliver consistently. Deep work versus shallow work. Shallow work equals endless emails, meetings, and busy tasks. Deep work equals focused, creative, value-driven work. Discipline is choosing deep work daily. Professional habits. Show up on time. Deliver before deadlines. Keep promises, even small ones. Action step. Block 90 minutes tomorrow for deep, focused work. No interruptions. Chapter 12. The long game, staying consistent. Discipline isn't about winning today, it's about winning for years. Consistency is what separates those who achieve from those who quit. Avoid burnout. Work hard, but also recover. Use rest days strategically. Balance intensity with sustainability. Embrace discomfort. Growth always feels uncomfortable. Don't fear it. See discomfort as proof of progress. Progress over perfection. One missed day is not failure. Just return tomorrow. Consistency greater than intensity. Action step. Write down a one-year goal. Break it into monthly and weekly disciplines. Conclusion. Don't follow your brain. Your brain wants comfort. It wants safety. It whispers, do it later, take it easy, you deserve a break. But you know better now. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Procrastination is the thief of time. Motivation is a liar. Discipline is the way forward. It is not a punishment. It's freedom. Freedom from regret, from wasted potential, from the endless cycle of starting and quitting. So don't follow your brain. Train it, lead it, shape it with rituals, habits, and systems. Every disciplined choice, no matter how small, rewires your life. And when you look back years from now, you won't remember the discomfort of saying no to your brain's excuses. You'll only see the extraordinary life that discipline built.